in any county, any city, going to pay somebody for the rights being violated. It's a burden on the taxpayers. And thank you for your time again, Councilman Murdock. Thank you for being here again tonight. Thank you, sir.
Dan Moore.
Hi, my name is Danladi Moore. Most of you guys don't remember me, I don't think so, but last year I came to you guys under the assumption that maybe you guys would have things locked down in your city. There was a rumor that was told to me that after all the incidents happened, that the Norfolk PD actually has my picture and is going around telling all the officers, if they see me, do not approach me for any reason whatsoever until they speak to a supervisor. I guess that was just a rumor, because apparently I'm on a bus and they asked me to get off the bus. And they asked me, why am I open carrying? I shouldn't even have to explain myself. It's my right. More so than I would go out and vote. I don't want the police come up to me and ask me, excuse me, Mr. Moore, why are you voting? You shouldn't vote out in public like this. Furthermore, I was told, I read in the paper that only macho men would actually carry their guns out in the open. And I don't know if you guys are aware that you cannot get a concealed carry permit until you are 21. So people who are 18 to 20, I guess, have either they go without self-defense or they go with it, but they're considering themselves macho men just for exercising a simple right. So hopefully this time around I won't have to come back again, and hopefully you guys will get things straight. Thank you.
Curtis Stone.
My name is Curtis Stone. I live walking around downtown with a gun on your hip. That's just somebody trying to get attention, somebody trying to embarrass the city. This is not Wyatt Earp in the Wild Wild West. It's an urban city with lots of problems. Councilman W. Randy Wright. I believe in the right to bear arms, but I just don't understand why somebody feels the need to strap a gun on his side, knowing full well that people are going to be alarmed and upset. I don't understand why they have to be such big, bad macho men. Councilman Barclay C. Wynn. Before we issue another $10,000 check, we should go to the highest court in the land. We should call Bob's gun shop and have him deliver 8 9mm to us. We'll keep them on our desk in case we need them. Councilman Paul R. Riddick. Just as an aside, I wouldn't mind if you did that. Some other quotes from notable public figures regarding the Second Amendment to compare and contrast. Firearms stand next in importance to the Constitution itself. They are the American people's liberty, teeth and keystone under independence. From the hour the Pilgrims landed to the present day, events, occurrences, and tendencies prove that to ensure peace, security, and happiness, the rifle and pistol are equally indispensable. The very atmosphere of firearms anywhere restrains evil interference. They deserve a place of honor with all that is good. President George Washington. Arms are the only true badge of liberty. The possession of arms is the distinction of a free man from a slave. Andrew Fletcher. And one from one more modern contemporary of our council members. How a politician stands on the Second Amendment tells you how he or she views you as an individual, as a trustworthy and productive citizen, or as part of an unruly crowd that needs to be lorded over, controlled, supervised, and taken care of. Texas State Representative Susanna Gradia Hupp. In contemplating what I would say here tonight, I thought about outlining all of the very valid reasons that these the quoted statements from our council members are wrong-headed. How lawful gun owners are among the most law-abiding demographic in the United States. How the fears of the Wild West, which wasn't as wild as Hollywood would have us believe, are unfounded and based upon nothing more than irrational emotions. I could argue that one reason the police officers openly carry firearms is as a deterrent to murder, and point out that the police are nothing more than citizens who have been granted powers by their fellow citizens in order to more efficiently carry out functions that are at root the responsibility of all citizens. But I quickly realized that such arguments would fall upon deaf ears. The statements reported in the Virginia pilot leave no doubt as to the contempt with which this august body regards its constituency. In such an environment, in the face of such elitist and condescending attitudes, rational discourse and reasoned debate are bound to be fruitless. Therefore, in that light, my statement will rely on a single undeniable fact. The fact is that this body, this city, and this government are bound by the same laws as every other citizen in the city of Norfolk and the state of Virginia. The contempt in which this body holds its employers, the taxpayers of this good city, is moot. The regard or lack thereof that the members of this body may personally have for the rights of other citizens of the city is irrelevant. The only relevant point is the law. The law in this matter is settled and clear. The right of citizens to bear arms openly with or without a permit is well established. The precedent that the police have no authority to detain citizens without cause or breaking no law and posing no threat is well established. The opinions of the members of this body, the opinions of the chief of police, the opinions of individual police officers on this matter are of no consequence. The law is clear. I'm almost finished. The law is clear. As a registered voter, taxpayer, and citizen of this city and state, I expect and demand from my employees to follow the law just as I am expected to do. One council member quoted in the pilot asked, when you see a guy standing in downtown in front of the bank with a gun on, what would you expect the average policeman to do? The answer is very simple. I expect the average policeman to follow the law.
All right, Mr. Stout, thank you. Appreciate it. Danny Lee Ginn.
My name is Danny Lee Ginn. I reside at. Picked up the phone, picked up the paper on August 1st, and to my surprise, there was a city manager with a big smile on her face. And the article indicated that the city manager had received a unanimous vote of confidence from the city council. They went on to say that we're very proud with the job she is doing, Mayor Paul Frame said. And then Harry explained that she had had a little problem in the fact that she had hired a murdering, drug dealing felon to oversee the police and fire department, but he stepped down and that's kind of gone by the wayside. I thought, well, maybe I was wrong. Maybe I've been coming here for a year and really there's no reason to be here. But Danny likes to do his homework. So Danny did his homework and he went back to a newspaper article, 11/07/07, and he read where Mayor Frame asked Williams to fire Albert. She refused, according to 3 city members. She definitely gets along well with the city council. 11/08/07, at the time of Mr. Albert's firing, nobody on city council knew about Mr. Albert's manslaughter conviction, Frame said. Well, she certainly informs the council of important things. On 11/11/07, there was a definition of cronyism, favorism shown to close friends, especially in political appointments to office. Well, then welcome to Norfolk, where some city jobs are filled by friends of the very powerful. I'm certainly confident that the employees who work under Mr. Williams will give a unanimous vote on that. Also in the article, 11/11/07, Councilman W. Randy Wright said he was outraged by the latest twist in the Albert affair, especially considering the city manager's history of letting key city jobs languish. This is a terrible way to do business and an affront to every taxpayer in the city of Norfolk. That surely will get a unanimous vote from the taxpayers as well. On 11/14/07, the article pointed out that 5 of the 8 city council members expressed dissatisfaction at Mr. Albert's being given a second imaginary job in which he did not know how much he was being paid, nor what his job would be. And finally, forced the city manager to get rid of him. So this points out the fact that even though you gave her a unanimous vote, which was a puzzling to me, when I went back to see, apparently, she has not given you full information. She has not worked with you. And again, my question goes to you, as I have asked every councilman for a year, why is she here?